Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I last touched my microphone for a recording. So today we're going to continue the gameplay of the game 1. Let's wait for a little bit. Okay. Alright, just a little adjustment for the screen. Now we're gonna continue the story. You already know what game I'm playing, so yeah, let's just get right to it. Oh, yeah, we started off with taking her clothes off. Never mind, it seems like she's fine. Yeah, I bump into her and Nanase immediately become mad to me. Nanase cheerfully stand up in front of me before walloping me. Yeah, alright. Who the hell do you think you are? She grabbed Naramune's arm, looks at her with watch and cries out seemingly in despair at what she sees. Hurry up. I turn to find Nanase holding her stomach. As she drops to her knee, she must be in too much pain to run. Crap, she's only going to slow us down. We won't make it if we wait for her. I guess our other option is to figure out how we can bring her along with us. Yeah. Yes. In that case, I think we're stuck taking the way back. Let's go. We turn right before the path we usually take that leads straight to school, head through the park and start climbing a steep set of stairs. So we're gonna climb the stairs and yeah. I don't want to hear it. You're the reason why we're going this way to begin with. We climb the stair in the middle of the park before passing through a small field-like clearing. On the other side is a dense forest. I already told you to stop complaining. If it happens, then you clearly deserve it. I shoved the loudly complaining Nanase forward as we entered the ticket. So cute and funny. You're right, it's nice and quiet, and even Nanase seems to be having a great time. The three of us hurry down the gentle slope, gradually picking up the pace. Eventually the sunburned walls of our school appear through the guys in the trees. Without going inside, Nanase sprint ahead. Or maybe I'll let her go, see what happens. And something happened. Nanase slammed face first into the chain link fence. She looks back at us. On the verge of tears, a red mesh pattern imprinted on her face. It's so cute, bro. I just figured it would save us all the time if you busted through the fence so we could take a shortcut. But I guess you couldn't do it, huh? You almost made it though. The fence is now clearly bent into an imprint of Nanse's face. I'm sure she could have broken through with 2 or 3 more solid though. quickly scaled the fence before practically flying in the direction of the school. Okay, then I say see you later. We raced toward our classroom. Well, looks like I made it just in time somehow. The room is still full of the pre-class commotion of students chatting animatedly. I think it's fair to say we made it on time because the three of us worked together like a machine. Says the girl who tried to run face first through a fence and failed. Alright, you got a point. The three of us head off to our separate seats. I'm on the verge of nodding off when I hear someone trying to get my attention. It's Sumi who sits next to me. And what exactly? He hands me a sheet of paper. We will be conducting a popularity poll for the girls in our class. It is a secret ballot for boys only. The deadline to get your vote is tomorrow. This kind of thing happens all the time. Usually Sumi and the other guys who sit by the windows, including me I guess, come up with these ridiculous time wasters and actually carry them out. The reason why we pass notes like this to class is primarily to kill time. Also the girls are less likely to catch on. Here, pass it on. I hand the paper to Nanase. Crap, I was supposed to give it to a girl. What the hell? She's reading it. I have a feeling she's gonna give me an earful once the break between classes start. Well, not a chance. I can read your every move, gotta say. Yes, we're doing it. All the lists could be longer than you can shake a stick at. I told you I can read your every move. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. While she doesn't come out and say it, it's clearly by ideal that she means a virgin. What the hell? Saying you'll just have to wait till tomorrow. Oh, she's curious. Cute. I don't think we have that many votes yet. Well, I can ask me, hang on. Are we seriously doing it? Something that threw me for a loop. You are the sole contender by a landslide. What? And by that I mean you got 2 votes. I told you we didn't get that many votes so far, there's only been 5. But if you think about it, percentage-wise, you're clearly in the lead. 5 votes. 2 out of 5. What? So if you want to keep your spot, you need to try and not ruin your opinion, our opinion of you for the next 3 days. So like, try not to fart in front of everyone or fall down the stairs. What the? Look, everyone does it. You don't have to feel self-conscious. Yeah, it's completely normal. Yeah, another bullshit I pulled. Our English teacher pointed out to the row of desks by the window, in other words, ours.
当たる。
What are you so worried about?
知ってるでしょ。英語苦手なんだもん。
And just be honest and say, the heck, I have no clue or something.
そんな。やっぱりかっこよく答えたいもの。
Yeah. It seems like she's worried about causing herself to drop in popularity. Well, you're going down anyway, because it's me.
ねえ、折原。英語得意じゃなかった？
I'm probably better than you at least.
じゃあ教えて。ほら、ここ。
The party was concluded with 3 cheers. It looks like they want us to rewrite these sentences to be clearer. Well, it would be easier with a thesaurus, but wait a minute. No, I forgot. I let someone in another class borrow my thesaurus.
ほら、話より得意なんでしょ。
Yeah. Usually. Let's see the word party means. Okay, I'm gonna choose this option with the event triggering. A celebration. And conclude means again. Yeah. Okay, well, choosing all the correct one. The party is coming to an end, but in what way? 3 cheers. When I think about it, there might be some kind of celebratory shout. It clearly says 3 there. 3. Wait, got it.
教えて教えて。
It means the party was brought to a close with a hip hip hooray.
へえ、そうなんだ。ありがとう、折原。
We dash your faces forward again. At least I'm pretty sure I'm right. Well, okay. Time for me to take care of my own sentences.
では一節ずつ英文を発音してもらった後に訳していってもらおう。
We began starting from the front of the class and working our way back. The teacher nodded silently each time, so I guess no one screwed up too badly. Then it's Alicia's turn.
The party was concluded with 3 cheers. 万歳三唱でそのパーティーは終わった。
I wait for the teacher to sign not approval before ending the drill with my own sentence.
大体はいいな。細かいところを言うとだな。
He proceeded to give an explanation for each line without criticizing any sentence in particular. Well, we dodged a bullet. Not to brag or anything, but I nailed it, even without the dictionary.
助かった折原。
Now she's being cute again. If you're actually grateful, then you can just start calling me Superman Orihara. What the?
呼んであげてもいいけど、相当に格好悪いわよ。
Yeah, that's pretty childish. I prefer you call me honey. I guess so. That's good. How about killer? What?
それじゃ殺し屋じゃない。
Yeah, I agree. Good point.
ところでさ、
はい。
このクラスじゃどの子が人気あるんだろう。
You, were you planning on taking our hit?
違うわよ。
It's pretty tough call, especially since our class is so small, not many choices.
あの子、水香とかは？
Okay.
あれ？あの子、水香って言うんじゃなかった？
Our teacher's name is Sigil.
アホ、誰がクラスの担任をあの子って言うのよ。
I'm really messing her up. Good point.
長森さんよ、長森さん。
Why didn't you just say so? Actually, that name sounds familiar. You're still playing dumb.
呆れた。よくそんなで幼馴染が務まるわね。
This Nagamori let you speak up. She's the girl who stinks of milk from a while away.
んなこと言ってないわよ。水香、このクラスじゃ人気ありそうだから票が集まるんじゃないかって言った
I
の。
mean, another 2 out of 5? Seriously? I look at her like she's insane. The only person who would possibly vote for her is me, and only out of pity.
そうかな。結構集まるんじゃない？
It is like some kind of girl power thing.
別に同性じゃなくても受けはいいと思うけど、あんた見慣れすぎてるんじゃないの？
Don't know. To be fair, I'm at the point where I can't help but see her as one of the guys, which is probably why Nanase's opinion makes no sense to me. I'll take a look for myself. Hey Nagamori. I marched past a circle of girls' friends without a second thought.
何公平？
I stared at her face for several seconds. Well, there certainly aren't any prominent flaws in her physique, such as jawline that could cut glass or an upturned picky nose. Her face is fairly symmetrical. I admit not much, but that's where her good qualities end. Her overall appearance is passable. There's nothing terrible about her, but nothing spectacular either. Again now, thanks. I pat her on the back before returning to my desk.
どうだった？
She has no noticeable trace. That's all that matters, right? Honestly, it matches her personality perfectly. And her grace is passing every single subject in school but never gets top up.
するとあんたは赤点だらけでも満点が一つあればいいのね。毛深くて腰回りが胸より太くて大脚でも指さえ手垂れのように美しければ水香よりもいいのね。
That's a pretty extreme example.
何が何でも水香のこと認めたくないみたいなんだもの。
I'm just being objective here. Yeah, this conversation made in my brain. Yeah, we continue the study session. Hey, Sumi.
なんだ
Any chance you can tell me that what the numbers are in our popularity poll?
どうしたやけに熱心だな。誰か応援でもしてるのか
The guy's allowed to be curious, right?
どれ
He pulls a crumpled sheet of paper from his pocket and somehow manages to get it flat again with one hand.
だな。今んとこトップはタイで2人だな。
Oh, let me guess. Nanase and Nagamori.
七瀬さんと
Yep,
長
nailed
森
it.
さん。得票数ともに5だ。
Wait, 5 for each? Nagamori? When I asked earlier, you said she didn't even have one. Would you be pulling my leg or did those extra 5 fly out the sky?
バカ、長森ファンは多いんだぜ。お前が知らないだけだ。ちなみに俺は長森さんがトップを取ると思うぜ。
You are the only idiot here. There's no way she's going to win. Nanase will take the lead before you know it.
なら、かけるか、昼飯。
Yeah, sure. You're on. I've managed to oust myself from my formerly neutral bystander position. Classes continue as I keep an eye on the polls. It is clear I'm not the only one who's barely paying attention to our teacher's endless droning. As soon as I hear the bell marking the end of our 4th period, I take out a pass-through from my bag. Minami, I'm borrowing your desk again. I immediately sit down without waiting for a reply. Then I turn around. That's a new girl, right? What's her name again? I forgot. Oh, she's not there. Nagamori seems to suddenly appear next to me. That was the plan. That means that I'm not really in the mood to eat lunch by myself. Hey, have you seen Satomura? Okay, that girl.
里村さん、
Yeah, Satomura.
授業が終わったらすぐに出ていたいと思ってるけど。
Crap, she got away. Yeah, you're not getting away. Not with my eyes on the line. Do you know where she went?
どこかまではわからないけど。
Probably somewhere she can eat her lunch. Is an unspoken conclusion.
出ていくとき、お弁当の包みが見えたから。
Yeah, she's probably went to the room then.
今の季節にそんな人いないよ。
Well, all the more reason for her to be there, says the girl who wanted to eat lunch out there the other day.
あれは、だって公平が。
Well, you insisted to eat with me, right? She's so quick to make her excuses. And yet you invited yourself along.
だって。
Look, I get it, no need for more excuses, okay? I cut her off before she can finish. This isn't the time or place to start arguing. Is there another good place to eat lunch that's not the roof?
中庭とか。
Okay, we have two objectives now. Isn't it cold out there?
でも屋上ほどじゃないよ。
That is not wrong.
あと、それから学食かもしれな
Not
い
gonna do
よ。
it. She's not eating with a lot of people around. There are bunches of students who bring their lunch to the cafeteria, so it's not entirely out of the question. Great, thanks. I get up and head out into the hall. Okay, where to? Oh. Yeah, obviously. Dodging the crowd heading to the cafeteria, I passed through the main entrance before exiting into the courtyard. It's freezing out here. My breath hangs in a white cloud. Considering it is December though, I really shouldn't be surprised. Luckily for me, the surrounding school building and gym act as a wind barrier, making it at least less blustery down here than up on the roof. Not that makes it any less cold, of course. Is she really out here? I ask myself seriously, having calmed down somewhat. I can't think of anyone who could want to eat their lunch out in the courtyard at this time of the year. Doubting myself, I'm about to turn around to head back inside, when I notice a young girl all by herself. Alright. Event triggered. There she is. She's sitting alone on the lawn. The contents of her lunchbox spread out before her. It's Satomura. I start walking over to her so I can talk to her.
何かよ。
She asked me bluntly, not even bothering with the polite greeting. I was hoping we could eat lunch together. I show her my pastry while doing my best to cut to the chase. She just stared at me silently. Then she looks away from me. The simple gesture said loud and clear how much I'm annoying her right now.
迷惑です。
Okay. She even said it directly, really hammering it home. You didn't have to go that far. She ignored me entirely as she reaches for a food with her pair of chopsticks. Fine, I'm going to just sit here and eat my own lunch by myself then. Go ahead and ignore me if you want, I don't care. It's a figure G, right? I can eat wherever I want.
どうぞ。
I sit down next to Satomura, about 2 meters away, and wrap my lunch pastry. The sound of me unwrapping my pastry seemed extra loud in the awkward silence. Then I stuffed the bread in my mouth. Wow, today's jam-filled bread is really good. The jam overflowed with nostalgically rich and sumptuous sweetness. filling my mouth with each bite. I cannot help but sigh with bliss.
続
I'm
きは
done. Completely discouraged, I eat my bread like usual. I glance over Satomura to see her picking at her lunch, which she has balanced neatly on her lap. With a small pair of chopsticks, she slowly brings each bite to her mouth, like she's slow motion. That's a very girly lunch, you know that?
似合わない
I'm saying it's cute, right? That's not what I meant at all. There's not really a lot of food in her lunchbox, but she's eating it incredibly slowly for some reason. We will keep eating our respective lunch at our own usual speed. I'll still end up finishing my scanned lunch long before she does. And then there'll be no reason for me to stay here. With that in mind, I try to eat my bread as slowly as possible. What the hell? Oh, I missed that, sorry. Meanwhile, Satomura, who's sitting next to me, continues eating at the same slow, steady pace. As we continue to eat, time slowly pass by. Hey, Satomura. Oh, she ignored me. She silently turned her gaze on me. Aren't you cold sitting out here?
寒くないです
I find it pretty cold, to be honest.
そうでもないです
Wow, she's pretty solid. I feel like you are trying to hide how cold you are.
気のせい
But
です
Satomura, I'm pretty sure you are shivering right now.
そんな
I
こ
mean,
と
it's fine if you are not
ないで
cold,
す
but it's absolutely freezing.
そんなこと
Okay.
ないです
Our ridiculous conversation continued until we are interrupted by the sound of the bell signaling the end of our lunch break, which echoes throughout the courtyard. And we're going back, right? I follow her inside and head to my seat. And then afternoon classes begin. Time for another class.
ということで
The teacher say bring down her
以上が
piece
期末テストの範
of
囲だ
chalk with a definitive crack. She seemed way too happy considering she finished covering everything that she? Okay, that's the translation mistake, right? Her other man voice. Everything that's supposedly to be on our upcoming test, and with plenty of time to spare as well. As such, what she says next managed to suck the soul out of every student in class.
それでは残り時間を使って漢字の読み書きテスト
Oh
をやる
no, a sudden test, a living hell. She begins handing out test papers amidst of chorus of unhappy bulls from the male student body.
とは言ってもテスト勉強に役立ててもらうためのものだ成績には全く関係しない
Alright, that promise seems to do the trick as everyone immediately calmed down again. Okay, it's not about the score again. Myself included, I settled back in my seat, figuring what happens. However, the next word ignited an even louder wave of bulls from all over the room.
しかし答え合わせした後で高得点者を発表してやるからな
It's a shame,
も
test.
ちろんその逆もだ
In other words, we have to take this seriously for crying out loud. She really knows what motivates us. As expected, there's one student in particular who rises to the bait, determined to take home that non-existent trophy. Oh, what the hell?
戦いの場は用意されたというわけね
Yeah. Anastasia turns face to me. A no-quarter look burning brightly in her eyes. Seems that way. The outcome of this state would directly affect Anastasia's ranking in the popularity poll. Oh, she's aiming for the top spot. Personally, I could care less. Let's see what happens.
ここで
Alright,
負けるわけ
alright,
に
girl.
いかない
Yeah, I'm not sure it is the time to prove your dominance. I purposefully glance over at Nagamori. I can see the smirk of confidence barely hidden beneath her seemingly serene facade. Okay. Her vocabulary is really something. What about you?
自信はそんなにないけど
So, no chance in hell. Oh well, we're gonna have to form an alliance.
共同戦争
Alliance. Okay. I'll help. I can get Sumi to pitch in without needing much of an explanation. Aside from that, I'll keep an eye on the girl who sit down on the act for me.
つまり4人がかり
Exactly 4 to 1. The odds have to turn in our favor.
わかったお願い
I give her a thumbs up, basically saying to leave it to me. Let me take this moment to explain the role of the members in our alliance. First, there's Nanase, who is, in my opinion, pretty dumb. If she were to try and answer the test on her own, there's no way to get it right. Let alone, that could beat Nagamori. And that's me. Not to toot my own horn, but my vocabulary is actually my strong suit, so it makes sense to place me as the backbone of this entire operation. Let's go ahead to me, this is really my thing. It isn't here his thing. I said he has a knack for cheating. Okay. Finally, we let the mysteriously yet intriguing candy corner girl, and being a girl, I'm sure her grades are good enough. So we have another girl that isn't announced. Great. With our alliance formed, then a safe fate will be decided by who I turn to for each problem.
それじゃあ始めるぞ。
Alright. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna write on this girl. Maybe this is a combination. I don't know. Question 2. And yeah. I just drew whatever that triggered the event, but
こうかな
alright, I'm gonna use my answer this time. Maybe I'll just give her my answer whenever I can, because this is my strong suit, right? No, for insult, smothering. Okay, so she thinks so. It's okay, I guess. Important. Insolent. Insulting. Mysterious girl again. Yeah. Innumerable. Can it be calculated? Yeah, again, I'll give her my answer. I just avoid her to do the thing alone. At all costs, I guess. Numerous. Okay, stimulate. Yeah, my answer again, I guess. Alarmed. Wait, it's only her. Okay. Brave. That's the last question.
では隣の
A
席に
loud
座
rustling
る者
sound
と
filled
回
the
答
room
用紙を
as
交
everyone
換するよう
follows
に
her instruction.
回答言っていくからな。採点するように。
After we finish, she collects the test sheet from us. Nanase has a look of fear on her face. The only way she had a chance of beating Nagamori with a perfect score. And the winner is only one person managed to get a
こ
perfect
の
score.
難問で満点が1人。
Yeah, very, very exciting.
七瀬
Wow,
ルミ。
big round of applause. She beat Nagamori. The anonymous is met by a few grown-up moments from all over the room. I'm so happy. It's almost like I was the one who get the top score.
そして0点も1人。
Wait, what?
折原浩平。
It's me? my crap, I was so focused on helping her that I guess I forgot to film all that shit. What the hell? Oh, this is so funny. Alright, with that we're gonna end the part 4 here. Let's see what's gonna happen with the result of Dinosaur getting on top like this. Alright. Yeah, until next time then. Bye.